It's tarot story time. Do you like that? That's a new thing. Okay, so tonight's story, we pulled the Temperance card today. And this story may be one of my very favorite stories. It's so hard to say. This is such a wonderful book. But this is a very special story for me. Do you know about Bodhisattvas? They're in the Buddhist tradition. They're beings who have, instead of graduating to enlightenment and nirvana and leaving all of this behind, they say, no, I'm going to stay behind and I'm going to help every single creature out there elevate to enlightenment before I do. That's what a bodhisattva is, and I can't think of anything more kind and giving to do. This is the story of one of those bodhisattvas. There's a really cool Beastie Boys song about bodhisattvas. There's a lot of stuff about bodhisattvas. But anyhow, this is the story of the, I'm going to say the name wrong, but I'm going to say the name wrong, and forgive me for that, please. But it's a beautiful story. This is the story of the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara. It's an Indian Buddhist Bodhisattva. Avalokiteshvara, Bodhisattva of compassion, felt compelled to liberate all creatures from suffering. Able to manifest as many different genders, ages, and shapes, Avalokiteshvara looked out upon all the beings in the universe and saw how many of them were embroiled in their sufferings by their attachments and delusions. Being chained to their egos trapped them in the cycle of death and rebirth, and the creatures of the universe were unable to achieve enlightenment. The Bodhisattva was filled with sorrow, and with tears flowing from their eyes, asked the many Buddhas, those who had achieved enlightenment and escaped the perpetual cycle of death and rebirth, to advise them on how to aid all the beings who suffered. The Buddhas told Avalokiteshvara that if they wished to help all the creatures of the universe, they must be motivated by kindness, love, and compassion, and must never give up or grow tired of their work. Avalokiteshvara vowed to use compassion to liberate every being in the universe. They used their powers to manifest into the forms needed to aid each individual, including minor kings, generals, monks, beggars, wives, young maidens, children, animals, dragons, monsters, and more. Avalokiteshvara worked tirelessly and helped many people escape from suffering. But when the Bodhisattva looked around, they realized the number of beings suffering had not diminished at all, for the number of creatures was infinite. With that, their head broke into 11 heads, 10 with benevolent faces and 1 with a wrathful face, because sometimes tough love is needed to better spread the message of enlightenment. Then their arms broke into 1,000 arms, each with an eye in the palm, to better see and do the work needed to spread enlightenment. Note, Avalokiteshvara were the most popular and famous of the Bodhisattvas, and it is believed that everyone has been touched by them at some point in their life. Oh my gosh, I love that story so much. Keywords: fluidity, moderation, and patience. The Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara can morph into any gender, age, social status, or animal to help others attain enlightenment. Temperance represents the balance and transformation needed to achieve harmony. And temperance is the tarot card that goes along with this wonderful story. The reflections are: what needs to be tempered? How can I change to achieve harmony inside myself, inside my community? What needs to be moderated? Can neutrality be advantageous? It's a great story, great questions, and I love you, and I will see you tomorrow for the new story. Okay, have a great night. Go and go be your magical self. All right, love you. Bye.